it here first.
First time.
First
So we get to make up the rules, right?
Yeah, we're just making up the rules. D&D 6th edition.
We're
Isn't that what
playtesting
you
it.
normally do, Dave?
What's that?
Isn't that how you normally do it?
Yeah, we're just not sanctioned or vaccinated.
Oh, fine. I'm vaccinated.
Well, you're the only one. All right.
Oh.
So we're live. We've been live for 27 seconds.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back, everyone, to Electric Dice
Let's do
Podcast, D&D 6th edition. Never been done before. We're doing it here today.
Finally.
This session is called Elixir, and we'll find out why later. But once Tristan's done putting food in his face, perhaps he wants to do a recap, perchance.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe somebody else does. I don't know.
Tristan's recaps too faster.
Anyway, sorry. I didn't realize you were going to ask for it right then. I have this delicious French bread pizza. Anyway, so
Why does
last
everyone have
time
delicious snacks but me?
I spend like an hour before each session getting snacks together. I also have
Smart.
chocolate-covered cranberries and like 10-layer cake.
Fuck.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, from the factory that produces such things.
Yeah.
So last time on the Electric Dice podcast, the shadowy figure who was standing behind us turned not to be an evil Aasimar lady. Instead, it was a small child who may or may not really enjoy murder. Thankfully, he was thrown off his groove by a giant talking cat, which alerted us to his presence and caused us to not, be shot in the back with a crossbow, because that would have been bad.
Bad.
So he showed up and we had a good little chat, and then as Drib had the bright idea, oh, you're a cleric, maybe you can heal our friend's blindness. That's a good idea. This can't backfire. Some sort of residual magic made I think it was 5 or 6, 5 big evil saints that had fallen from grace and done some bad stuff. Statues of them ascend from the water and start spewing their blasphemous gospel. Then we had to have a really good time talking about all the crazy stuff they did. Thankfully, we were able to destroy 2 of them before they said too much blasphemous stuff. Otherwise, if I recall correctly, Dave said we all would have been transported to random locations within 30 miles, I think it was?
Yeah, it might have been further.
Yeah, it honestly may have been farther. I almost want to say it was 300 miles. It was very far away, just randomly teleported. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But it was still a long and hard-fought battle, which caused a lot of our players to kind of hate each other, and a couple of them to go insane. Maybe. It's probably fine. However, sadly, Goose is still blind, and almost lost his hearing as well. That would have just been awful. And that is, again, Goose Crumplebottom is played by Riley, the scary child, as mentioned earlier, whose name is Puvu, is played by one. I have the stream open. I cheated. Puvu, played by one Dan Seminaro. We also had our one and only distracting cat that kept us from getting shot. The one and only Nico Veas, played by Dan L.A. We also had Squid, and I'm kind of blanking on what she did because I want to say she basically took every attack straight to the face and got hit a lot. Sorry, Squid. But that is Kaylin, who was still a real champion in, not being murdered by giant murder statues. So that was cool. After that, we talked again to our lovely, not kobold, Knoll companion of the Tinklepaw clan, and he told us that a clan war had actually started with the whole war thing between them and the Durgans, and said it would probably be a good idea for us to hide out at, I think it was a bar or a brewery or something along those lines, with a turtle gentleman who likes booze, I'm assuming here. So last time we were heading off in that direction, hoping to head there, which I'm sure nothing's going to go wrong whatsoever, and we'll have a calm, good time relaxing at the tavern, and it'll be great. Nothing bad will happen.
This is also blind and tripping balls.
Oh, Goose was tripping balls. That was it.
You fucking liar.
Oh, no, I know. It's all going to go to hell. We're probably, the word elixir has come up. We're probably going to all die.
I need an elixir.
I think we all need an elixir right now.
All right.
Anyway,
So-
off we go.
Great recap. 10 out of 10. Loved it. Would recap again. We returned to the game already in action. And, yeah, we cut off with, you guys traveling to Oronango? Getting dropped off there by Duncan?
I believe he said, "Oh, I'll take you to him."
But then I gotta get back.
Yeah, we need to actually meet. He has to go. We haven't gone inside or seen the building, I believe.
Okay.
You were going to say what the building was and lead us inside,
Right.
I want to say, was the next step.
Well, let's get you over there then. Let's get you to the building. Because the travel to the building is not the difficult part. It's what awaits you within. And also this creepy tree over here.
The power within.
Yeah. So how long is the travel, did you say?
Not very long.
So not enough for any sort of rest via wagon?
No. Not even an hour.
All right, continue.
Oh, that's a snapping turtle. Those are dangerous.
Yeah, as it turns out, not a lot of turtle minis for free. We did what we could. Okay. We're going, unless somebody has a question or something specific for Duncan. He gets you pretty close. He's like, "Yeah, all right, it's right down there. I'll be back," and he just starts running.
I love you.
He's like, "Oh, thanks, little buddy. I'm gonna make sure I get back from this war."
You better.
Don't have any awkward romantic encounters on the battlefield because that totally wouldn't happen.
Hey! He like literally stops running and he's like, "Come on, man!"
Why would
I read it in a book once.
Why would anyone have a romantic encounter on battle?
When you're older. I'll tell you when you're older.
Because love is beautiful, Poo-Poo. Love is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm still having my hallucinations, right?
Oh, yeah. I hope so.
What were the hallucinations from?
It was... I failed one of the saving throws for...
The priest.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can't remember which...
No.
It was the temporary insanity effect.
Yeah.
It was the vivid hallucination.
I was like experiencing vivid hallucinations.
Yeah, no, I think that was only... I may be lying to myself, but I think that was only until we got here. I don't think that's continued.
Okay.
City.
I mean, I'm down with
It was
that.
somewhere between like 10 minutes and an hour, and while it wasn't an hour travel, it was close to an hour travel.
So
Okay.
the blindness persists and
Oh, yeah.
The blindness is something else, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think technically Nico should have been blind as well, but somehow we forgot about it. 'Cause I think,
Oh, really?
I thought only... Oh, no, you weren't there that session, were you? So you got away with it by not being there, even though you were there.
Oh. Yeah.
Because,
Maybe I know it didn't happen in the last one.
Yeah, Drib passed, but then everybody else failed. But
Drib
then-
is so used to all this dark magic
Yeah,
being
swamp
rolled at him.
magic actually can't hurt him.
Yeah, like he can't attack. He gets punched in the face and is down. But when you're throwing swamp magic at him to mess with his mind, nah.
Nah,
That's
that ain't
been
it.
the past like 20 years, I think it was.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I gotta share a thing on Twitch.
Are you gonna share a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you got an emote to
Woo.
thank.
Whoa,
I don't know what that means. Hold on, I'm sending a thing. Ooh, look at that.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It yelled
Oh
at
shoot!
It yelled at me to do an emote.
Whoa.
Whoa!
So there's a ha-ha sleep emote.
Haha, sleep.
Oh, ha-ha holidays.
So I got haha sweat.
I got haha think. Wait,
Whoa.
is this?
Ha-ha ball. Oh, look
I
at all emotes! Oh, spam them!
Oh my god.
sorry.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
right.
no, I have man touching head while thinking about thing emote.
I don't know which one's best, but I think it might be Danilese.
Is his the
Sweating snowman.
no? Yeah, that's good.
I do like squids a lot though too.
Squids
Oh.
is very good.
Is this new? I don't know what
It's
that is.
adorable, whatever it is.
Party
I
Forum.
do like
Party
squids.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
That's called a haha ball.
Haha ball.
Oh boy,
That's not exploitable or anything.
I have no
Uh,
idea what any of this is.
No. It's fun.
Haha think.
It's like a reaction image of a guy. It's like you can't blank if they don't blank or whatever, and he's like touching his head and he's got like the eyebrow up.
Yeah.
Which is different, not related to white man blinking.gif. Very different.
Expert memer here. Thankfully, we have him in chat. Keep us honest. Okay, sorry.
Let's see if I can...
Huh?
It's fun.
Oh no, I'm just trying to... Here it is.
I also like that Slackbot rolled a 6 based on your post.
I snipped that. Oh god, that's going straight up into the EDice Instagram channel, because damn, that was funny. I literally, yeah, it's the emote D20, which then rolled a D20, which is just like fucking big galaxy brain meme right now.
Anyway, Ortonango or whatever this turtle.
Yeah, nobody cares. We're gonna spam emotes and talk about Slackbot. So, yeah, Ortonango, really. Either.
I just sent y'all a quality meme.
Put it in the chat. Share it with everyone.
How do I just send like an image?
Yes, Tristan, distract us more.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Well, Google will have the link. That's why I did it.
Open link in new tab. There we go.
Guys, 6th edition is really weird.
Yeah, 6th edition is really weird. There's a lot of emotes. It's
not actually gameplay. It's all super metagame.
So metagaming.
The best emote wins.
Yeah. Right. There's no initiative and no combat. You just meme it out. Okay.
Oh heck yes! Finally.
We did it.
Ortonango, whatever you want to call him, is a giant moss-covered orange snapping turtle. Right. He's a big boy, and he's just sort of lumbering around out front, and like he moves like you would expect a tortoise or a turtle or some sort of giant land sloth to move, right? Although he's a lot less terrifying. And he just sort of looks up and looks at you and watches Duncan run away. And he just turns and starts walking up his staircase. Doesn't really even say anything to you. But, he gets all of, there after a minute.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So who's gonna talk to him?
I'll run up to him.
Oh no, Goose.
Yeah. Goose, I want you to make a perception check.
Okay. Let me get my whole character sheet and click that
I'm going to assume
perception
he's
button.
doing this at disadvantage. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Did he even go the right direction? Roll a d8.
Yeah. A D what? A D8?
D8. What? There's a turtle up there? Bam.
Oh, yeah.
Right into the evil
Alright.
tree.
Goose, do you want
that.
me to guide you to the turtle? Do you need a seeing eye bird?
Bring me to your
Maybe.
turtle.
Oh my lord.
Alright. Move me where I really go, Dave.
It would be... You would run into, I think, me or Squid. Oh no,
Or
he's
this
there.
spooky tree over here.
Yeah, that spooky
Goose,
tree.
no. Goose, come with me. I'll like take his little gnome hand and lead him.
Oh, we're gonna
over.
meet the turtle?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if he's also a gnome.
Maybe, Goose. Alright, so I lead him over to the turtle.
Yeah. I mean, do you say anything? And then you can make a perception as well.
Sure. And it's like, what did he say the name for Ortonango? Was it?
Yeah.
Or an ongoing.
I'll probably be like, you're Ortonango?
Yeah, he turns back. Sorry, I was looking for a long boy. He turns back. He goes, yeah.
I'm blanking on I don't know anyone's name tonight. The Knoll guy.
Duncan.
Sent us
Duncan,
Duncan sent
my
us.
best friend.
And Goose, I believe you're over here with me now too, since I guided you.
It's
Alright.
a pleasure to meet you, sir. And Goose just kind of like holds out his hand in some general direction.
Right, yeah. And he
Like, are you?
he continues slowly moving up the stairs, and he's like, "Yay, kids. and all three of them have lined up, and they're like zipping around at 100 miles an hour, right? Like they were like boom, 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 right?
Too much sugar.
Are they
Do I
null?
see what's happening with my perception check?
Oh yeah, there are 3 tiny little turtles, and they're all running around at high speeds. A bunch of little Franklins
boy.
jumping on top of each other.
Oh boy.
Oh,
And I'd probably turn to
excited.
Goose. There's 3 turtle children running around.
They're like, "What is
Oh
it?"
man, that sounds great.
Like, I wish I could see.
Yeah, I want to see that, but that's okay.
We already tried Goose. It's not meant to be.
so I think Puvu has been like kind of off in the distance and kind of weary about what's happening. And he puts his crossbow away.
Oh.
And he,
Oh no.
no, he heard there's other kids, and so he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
like-
at this point, they're just an echo
Oh.
of like, "Who's he? Who are they? Where are you? What are you doing? Do you buy
Where's-
booze?
Ooh, my name is Goose.
Hi, Goose.
And, oh, hello. Are
And
you
then
guys
just shoot their
also
fast.
gnomes?
What?
Gnomes. Are you guys gnomes?
No,
Just
I'm a
like my
turtle.
friend
I'm a
Duncan.
turtle. He's a tortoise." And they're just like snickering to each other,
Ooh.
and the one's like,
Oh man.
They're very fast.
Oh, do you guys like to read? I feel like I have some documentation
Later,
here.
Goose. No,
Yeah.
Goose. No.
Oh.
Later.
"No way!" And then they like shrink into their shells and drop onto the ground and roll around like loose coin.
Do
Are they just Koopas?
I don't know what's happening. They're fast. They're turtles.
Do any of them look like they are like weaponized in any way? Do they?
A weapon? No.
Oh.
Goddamn, dude. What the fuck?
About
Do they-
I don't know.
about
They're super
you said-
fast. Maybe they have spikes on them. I want to know.
Jeez.
I mean, these images look like they have a sword and shield.
Yeah, well, there's actually not a lot of tokens for.
About what age would I guess they are roughly in comparison to a human, since turtle aging? I
Their
don't know.
energy matches something younger than Puva, or about the same age as Goose.
Goose is like 40 though.
But he has the energy of.
True. So like they're definitely younger kids. They're not like teenagers or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. They were
Yeah, none of
teenagers.
this
They'd
is
have
their
hair
age.
like mine, and they'd be brooding in the corner, not looking
Gotcha.
up from their.
What?
Well, I was wondering
Smoking
if they
cigarettes,
were
whatever.
they were teenagers or like in genetically altered in any way with any particular
I'll hurt you.
trainings. So
I'll do it.
okay.
I know where you work.
Stop.
Boo.
Plus, there's
I'm
only
actually
3 of
gonna-
them. Yeah.
There's a hidden fourth one. You know there is.
Oh, totally. He's the one who's training.
Right.
Uh,
So, I'm asking out of character. What is our goal here? What do we send? I'm trying to remember.
Babysitting the giant turtle man, I think. Like, we were told he's often harassed by the Durgans.
Okay.
So I think we have to, like, kind of stand guard and maybe... I think we're babysitting.
So I think if would that have been made clear to everybody, including Puvu? He's new to the party, so would he have been told that on the way?
I think so, because I want to say
was
when
communicated.
the Knoll
Okay.
came in, he was like, "Oh, I'll take you over to what's his face, and you can watch over him because the Durgans are always messing around with him."
So
And
I think what I'll do then, since I know that, I'm going to take my crossbow back out, and I'm going to go kind of look around the building, look for like tracks or anything of anything that doesn't look like it came from a turtle.
You're
So
doing what?
I'm going to go investigate around the house to see like if anybody's been like around that's not a turtle.
Okay.
I'm looking for that specifically. Okay. Let's
Right.
see. You want me to roll for that? I'm assuming.
I mean, I'm not just gonna tell you what's there. Yeah.
Well, okay then.
What do my child eyes see, Dave?
Yeah. Do you have formal training in tracking, perception?
I have no formal training in them. No.
Okay,
Do you have-
so you're not gonna find much.
Do you have
Okay.
training in survival? With that?
or investigation is
No-
a skill.
None of those boxes are checked. However,
Oh,
I do have modifiers. So
Right, so the natural skill of...
Right.
Yeah. Your elven eyes.
What do you want me to roll for that? Do you want me to roll investigation? Do you want me to roll nature?
Whatever you roll, I will give you some context for. Like, whatever you think you have a...
Well, they're both the same, so I'll do investigation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have a lot of information or context here. I imagine you go... wherever the fuck your little mini's hiding. You move along this way, and about that far, you're presented with two things. One, a massive fucking hole in the ground where there's a rickety old shack kind of slumped into it a little bit, right?
Okay.
And like the stilts keeping it like just barely above ground. And like this is lots of broken, burnt, scorched explosion metal, and just like to us alcohol, but I don't know that Puvu has the context for that. Right, just like the stink of fermentation.
Okay, it's fermentation. He is
He's an alcoholic.
He is an alcoholic.
Yes, at 7 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
He's seen some shit. No, so I think since he is the monster that was the forge, right? So he would have some metalworking knowledge, even if it's not literally hands-on. He might have been exposed to it. Would he notice or recognize anything of what that might be from? What made a cause of that?
I think you can make a roll for it, but yeah, I mean you're limited by the fact of being 7.
Yeah, sure. So he sees it. Again, I guess what do you want me to...
Do you have any tool proficiencies?
Let's see here.
7-year-old kid with brewer's tools. Come on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, I have the priest pack is what I have. Proficiencies. That's 11. Sheets.
I mean, the other thing is too, in a situation like this, like you don't have to go off alone and do something. You can work with an ally who does have the experience, right? So you could facilitate Nico, like, what is that, right? And then he could give you the thing.
Well, maybe can we do both? Because I do have a Smith's tools proficiency. So maybe I can do that since I know I saw Nico doing some alchemy.
Right.
And if I do see that there's alcohol.
Yeah, what do you think, Dama? Is Nico following him around? Or is he also drawn in by the smell?
Nico's definitely curious, but he was initially going to start by, picking Oronongo's brain a little bit, but ultimately intent on learning more about what he brews around this area and why the Durgans are so keen to a particular kind.
So maybe you're doing that. We can see that while I'm like who's kind of inspecting all of this. We'll backburner my thing, and then you do your thing right now. Does that sound good?
Yeah. I mean, so what are you trying to do? You're trying to investigate the metal?
Yeah, there's like metal that Dave said it has like alcohol residue kind of thing on it, but it looks like there was some sort of like burning or explosion thing that might have happened that it broke.
I've read about this before. I have a wild guess.
So that's what I'm seeing, but I haven't necessarily communicated that to you yet. You said you had a goal of trying to communicate with the turtle, so I'm not sure how you want to go.
Yeah, well, whenever you're ready to do that, call me in. If it's alcohol related, I'll probably, turn your to it.
Yeah, sure. All right, so you do your thing that you had wanted to do, and then I will interject at some point.
Sure. So I'll saunter on up the stairs and say, Ornongo, so you're the brewer around these parts. Master brewer, they say.
Right, and he's like just finished stepping up the last step, and you can like see he's got his hands on his knees, and he's like, yeah.
I'll kind of extend an arm out, kind of not like a hand out, but an arm like for something to steady himself on. Like, you need a hand getting anywhere? Can I walk you around here?
It's like, oh, why bother?
Oh, we got an Eeyore on our hands.
Poke me and prod me and get me to go faster. And he like takes one step and doesn't move for several seconds.
Well, I'm in no rush to get anywhere in here, but if you've got anywhere to be, you let me know.
Sure.
So tell me about these brews that you make here. I'm a brewmaster back from my hometown as well. What do you use as your base here?
I'm curious what Kaylin is doing right now, because we've gotten a brief little vignette of everyone so far.
She's probably going to be making her way around the perimeter, looking to see if there's any spots where the Durgans tend to obviously come in more often than not.
Run that by me again, I apologize.
She's going to be going around the perimeter, looking to see, because if the Durgans bother them a lot, then she's looking to see if there's any spot that seems to be where they come more often.
Y'all are very suspicious about this building.
I'm not.
Well, she's not suspicious of the building. They're supposed to protect them from the Durgans, right? So she's going to check to see where maybe they should post someone to watch.
Are you going the same direction as Puvu?
No, she's probably going up and around.
Oh, of course not. That'd make it easy.
With
Okay.
lightning bolt.
Okay. So you go off to fuck. Sorry, I just got that. Go ahead and make me a perception. Puvu, how do you describe what you're looking at? Because you have heard that it was a brewer. I'm pretty sure Duncan mentioned that explicitly, and you're the forge background. I don't think the mental leap here is, what could this possibly be, right? I think that you've got. So there's got to be what's the underlying thing you're looking for? Is it magic? Is it recently exploded? What's the?
Yeah, I think what he's looking for is how long has it been like this?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a recent thing? Is this been destroyed for a while? Magic. He's not feeling a lot of magical danger yet, and so I don't think he would be inclined to be thinking about that just yet. So
he's not worried about danger?
No, magical danger. He's looking more getting information now, as opposed to worrying about a threat.
Okay.
Which is, he's a kid, so he's naive.
Sure. Squid, we're gonna get to your crit 20 in a moment, I promise. It's gonna set up what happens next. So Nico is being pushy isn't quite the right word, but certainly inquisitive.
Mostly just trying to figure out why the Durgans might be after this and kind of what makes it special for them.
Yeah, so he starts walking over this way as Puvu, right? You're down here looking. This is a porch, right? Not even 8 feet off the ground. It's a good couple feet, but you're looking at the blast of metal and some of the piping and stuff that is up underneath and runs up through it, as well as just there would have to be some sort of heating system, tank, some sort, right? It's above and below the porch. So you're kind of looking up at him and can hear him clearly. He's like, well, nothing particularly impressive, but found a trick the old what's his name likes, and they came down and then they drink it and they breathe fire and make little babies. Yeah.
I think you hear from outside, and then it blew up.
Who said that? He looks around.
Oh boy.
I think you see Puvu from you see a window. We see get a camera shot there's a window, and Puvu just jumps in. Here I am, right here.
Well, this is open.
Oh, yeah, this is all open.
Yeah, it's all outside. That's the house. So you can just jump up to the level of the floor, bouncing.
Right, yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Right. It's just children. And they're just like, right, dancing around. Like at this point, I imagine they've gotten Goose in some kind of like tag game, which is extra fun for them because he's blind.
Oh gosh.
Guys, we should play, hide and seek.
Oh.
They're like, we're hiding, and they're just standing there.
I can't find you, but I'm gonna try.
At this point, Drib's probably just like sitting on a step, just being like, "All right,
Yeah.
as long as they don't die,
Yeah, pretty much.
as
Right.
long as he's like, he's got his staff and he's just kind of leaning onto it, just looking at this situation. Like, cool. As long as they're all right, it's fine. Goose will live.
Mhm.
Builds character.
Yeah.
Strong teeth.
since
Squeaky
I-
clean.
Nico,
I-
can you roll? What do you have in alchemy, or have we just been using Arcana in place of it?
I don't think there is a skill particular for alchemy. What are we trying to do?
I mean, he just described to you that somehow through the powers of brewing, he can make babies.
Okay, and breathe fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I have heard him say that? Was it loud enough or no?
Make a perception. It's not
Alright.
that it's hidden from you. It's just that you haven't made an effort to be part of it. Yes, you heard it.
All right. Would I be able to, since I have proficiency with the herbalism kit, would I be able to kind of think through on that aspect of any plants and concoctions that could be made in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, you do not know of anything. Like, unless he's speaking completely metaphorically, and it's like, oh, they get drunk and then they, have kids.
Babies.
Right, like the whole normal way. Like, unless that's what he's meaning, but you don't take that as his meaning.
Gotcha. There's something more to.
There's another piece
Yeah.
to this that hasn't been fully elaborated yet.
All right. But at
I
least
think it would, depending on which direction we're going with it, which just sounds more like an Arcana. I would say it's either Arcana or Medicine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with either. I think they're both
Okay.
reasonable.
All right, yeah, I'll roll Arcana then.
would I be able to roll medicine?
You succeeded your check.
Oh, that was just to hear him. Okay. And I already did.
No, I'm telling you, your training with herbalism gives you nothing. There's no
Oh.
way you can succeed.
I
and
just
figure out
off,
what he's
off
doing.
the bat know. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry.
So, well, and Danile A is the brewer, and B is up closer to the materials, looking at them right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I
looking
don't know
at
if
this.
it helps, but sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I have proficiency with alchemist supplies and brewer's supplies too. I don't know if that's relevant at all, but
That's why I'm giving you the check.
Okay.
You're the only one that has a chance of getting a little more out of this, because everyone else is like, makes no sense. He's doing something weird.
Gotcha.
Right? Or
Okay.
literally, he's it's a metaphor. It's a joke. You're looking at his setup here, and it's, for what it's made out of, it's decent. He's got good materials. He's got stuff to make large batches. For like as you can see, right, there's like holes in the setup here and everything, and shit's like broken and not looking so well. He's in the middle of nowhere. I doubt the kids are any help, and this guy moves extremely slow. But like, and I am not a brewer as a person, so I don't know all of the things I would look at, right? But like, you look around and you can see he's got a well out there, right, and a clean source to water and everything, right? Like, you see like the storage between here, and even though it's about to fall in here, right, and he's got like dry materials and no signs of like rodents and stuff. Like, everything is up to muster as far as that's concerned, right? But something's missing. Something's not adding up. What thing happened?
What thing happened?
Hi, Wheeljack42. Thanks for following.
Woo.
Oh, hello. Sorry, are you asking me what happened?
No, I'm saying. Well, I think I said something happened because I heard the.
Oh,
noise.
that was in the stream. Sorry.
No, yeah. But even with the 16 and the ability to do it, like, you don't think he's kidding. You do think there's more to this.
Right, like, I'm not really getting a sense of, like, it's a standard setup, it's well constructed, but, like, there's nothing special about it.
You don't see
what
where
I
the
see.
magic is.
Right, okay. So, like, in my mind, I would think it's got to be something with the materials or the alcohol base or something like that.
Mhm.
Or some special yeast, I don't know. So those are kind
Right.
of things I would be picking his brain about.
Right. Yeah, so go ahead and roll your persuasion. I'm going to give you advantage. Everyone is like trying to get the pieces together. I mean, you can deputize someone else if you want to do it, but I would say it makes the most sense for you. Okay. Yeah, he nods. And he sighs. This is alright. Little one, go over to the hole. And he just sort of points over here.
Can I attempt to follow the little one over to the hole? Or is he too fast for me?
Is he calling me the little one?
No, he's talking to Puvu.
Okay.
Oh, to Puvu. Oh, I thought it was
Baby
can I-
Puvu.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's trying to like trap me? If it's like,
I mean, you can do anything you want.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Oh, there we
You
go.
know.
Yeah, I do.
You sense no malice from the slowest tortoise alive.
Yeah, he's slow, but what about the other thing that's like could jump on and get me?
The hole?
Yeah, so
The hole's not going anywhere.
yeah, it's just a hole. It's just a hole. All right, I walk over.
Would I be able to
but
accompany?
But I have my crossbow drawn, and I'm holding onto my holy symbol.
Yeah, like I said, everyone's paranoid.
Alright.
Yeah.
I head that way, because Goose will be fine.
And
It's
we're
also
always in twilight, right? Like, we get a few hours of a little bit brighter, we get a few hours of super dark, but by and large, it's pretty dark overall. And you look into this hole, and you look down, and you can see immediately, without really any effort on your part, the clear, like, scrape and hand holding of something having gone up and down here hundreds of times, right? Like a worn path still, near vertical surface. And at the very bottom of it, just this like vibrant, lush neon green, to the point that like it is surprising. It is a little scary, and it is the most vivid color you have seen in this world for you in quite some time, right? Like, it is super saturated, especially as compared to the dull and bleak world around you. It seems unreal.
So I wouldn't necessarily know right away what this is, or I would, because you said I haven't seen it in a long time.
No, I'm saying the color you haven't seen in a long time.
Okay, the color.
You're right, because everything is dull and darker and...
Sure.
Right.
Sure. See.
And then, yeah, obviously anyone that
Lots
moves
of
up to it
green.
can see it, too.
Guys, there's
It's-
lots of green here. Like, green. I almost forgot what green looked like.
It's the ingredients, probably, for the alcohol. Magic something for magic booze?
I'm imagining Goose just gets super excited about green, even though he can't see, runs over and
Yeah.
Right in, face
I
plants it.
call green. Hey, Huey, Dewey, Louie, follow me to the green.
I'm
Does
upset
it-
that you knew that's what their names were.
Oh, God.
I'm like actually upset because that is their names.
Oh,
Wow.
Does it look like plants?
That sounds like
Does it just
inspiration.
look green?
Yeah, go ahead and do the thing. Hey,
What role would it be?
I don't care. Some kind of nature. Goose, I have a devil's bargain for you.
Oh no,
Because at
okay.
one point you're like, I'm gonna catch it, and you reach out and smack one, right?
Oh no.
For a brief moment, you see a flash of he who walks behind corn stalks, right? Time slows down for a moment, and in the wispy, photorealistic drawing of the Return to the Slab Man, right? It says, you understand as he's just like, do you want to be rid of your blindness?
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, that would be great.
Okay, then it's done. And in that moment, suddenly your vision clears as if it had never been taken away from you for a moment. And one of the turtles just trips and stumbles and goes into its shell and rolls around. And the other two are like, right? And the other one's like, hey, guys, what happened? What?
Oh no.
And all of his little legs are sticking out. and he's on his back and he can't get up.
Oh, Goose immediately runs over. I got you, little bunny.
He's like, where are you? Dad! Dad! Right, and they're just like screeching, and then the other two are like, Dad! Dad! And then they're just like on him immediately, right, as they just rush over. And he's like, ugh, again, did you hurt yourself? And I'm gonna give him the little sad because blind.
Goose, you blinded the turtle.
Like
You
Goose
passed
would
your
have known.
blindness onto him.
Do we?
Do I notice he's blind, or do I just think he's got dirt in his eyes? You got dirt in your eyes? Like, what's going on now?
This blind child.
So I want to make sure everybody's where they want to be. So, looking at the hole, right? Puvu and
I'm
Drib.
trying to figure out what's up with that.
Okay, Nico. Oranango was starting to walk there because he was like, "I'll show you, right? Like this is what you're asking for."
Mm-hmm.
Did you walk pace with him or did you beat him there? Because
I'll
like,
walk pace
look
with
at
him
this
because
thing.
I'm trying to kind of like earn his respect a little bit and not like insult him. So I'm just keeping pace with him.
Okay, cool. Goose, I imagine you're somewhere nearby, right? Because you just got your vision back.
I mean,
See,
I
haven't
am.
run anywhere yet.
No, I'm wherever that little kid turtle that I
Yeah.
wanted to help him.
Okay.
So
We cut away from that, although we can hear the hollering and the yelling. Kaylin, you've been following the only like trail out of here, and you hit like a pretty simple but like sturdy like wooden like peg fence. Like I don't know how else to describe it, right? It's like a series of pretty thick logs that have all been like hammered into the ground, standing maybe like 4 to 6 feet up, right? So like you could jump over it fairly well, but like it's sturdy too, you know what I mean? And there's only one break in it as far as, you know, it goes out maybe 100 feet in every direction, and the trees are mostly cleared, except for like 1 or 2 big ones. And you're over that way. So you're fairly close. You're two rounds away from moving, right? But you're kind of reaching out with all your senses. You're putting everything like behind you, and leaving the tiny turtles that are running around and screaming, right? What you see is a massive winged half dragon with like a comically like anime sized sword, right? Drawn, and just like it's trying to hide, but it's not succeeding because it's like 12 feet tall with like a 22-foot wingspan. You know what I mean? And it's not like it didn't see you and then like, oh fuck, right? Like it's just sort of coming into the distance. Like you'd be at your max range, but like you instantly recognize this thing, if never having seen the Durgans before as a Durgan, right? So what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of roll my eyes and head back to get the others. Hey guys, Durgans are coming.
Great.
Cool.
oh no.
All right, so everyone just go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep.
Select your
Well,
token and
that's
then
it.
roll a d20.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh hell. Oh, this is really bad for me.
I'm moving slow, like
Right.
Oranango.
Oh, I'm all right.
Oh wow.
Oh, not that all right.
Oh hot damn.
All right.
Nice.
Goose is back
Goose
with his eyesight.
Goose is back on top.
Ooh,
Nice.
gooses.
Nice,
It's
nice.
goose, baby.
Fast boy.
I might have spelled Oranango wrong, but we'll deal with it later. What was this fucker's name?
Oh, I thought I lost everybody for a minute.
No, sorry, I had to remember where I put all of them. Because they are a smaller clan than the Tinklepaws.
Oh, well, that's something at least. Oh, boy.
Okay, so we've got a Goose with a crit 20, followed by Kalen with a 27, Obed Durgan at 20, Drib at 19, Puvu at 10, Nico at 7, and Oranango and anything else that needs to happen at 5. So Goose, it must just be, the blessings of eyesight, but yeah, like suddenly you're there, you're everywhere all at once, and as Kalen is kind of, I mean, do you run? I imagine you don't panic, right? Like it's only one guy, even if he's a big creepy. No, Kalen. Do you rush back in a hushed whisper? Do you yell out and stand there defiantly?
She just calls back to him.
Okay.
Very nonchalant, like, yeah.
All right, yeah. You see what you see.
Alrighty. Well, this is my go, I assume.
Mm-hmm. You got the crit.
Alright. I gingerly sat down. I'm gonna say this is Huey.
Oh, baby Huey.
Like, stay here. Hopefully your dad will help you out. Get that dirt out of your eye. And I'm gonna walk up. Oh gosh. Why is it going the opposite direction of where my mouse is moving? Okay. And kind of, like, look at the Durgan. Or at least I see him, right? Or should I? Is he, like, hiding?
Do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Okay, how far?
Yeah. I think it's 60.
Okay.
I think it's just the regular one.
Yeah, you don't see him yet then. It would basically be, you can see basically up to the fence, and the split in it, and you kind of meet Kalen, who's I think coming back, right? Because you said you were returning.
Yeah.
But right. Kind of at a more leisurely rate as opposed to running.
Okay. Guys, we don't need to fight them. I want them all to get along. I think if we just talk to them, find out what they need, it'll be okay. And I mean, I'm not preparing for a fight or anything. I just want to talk to them. It's like, you can come on out. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay, so you just yell that out into the void?
Yeah.
Okay. I want... And the group can kind of weigh in and help me figure this situation out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Goose is naive. But I think that somewhere, maybe not now, but eventually, he's going to piece together... I saw the moment after he who walks behind Cornstalk said, "Do you want to see?" And I was touching something that was probably a turtle, and now that turtle can't see. I don't think that's a leap, even for someone who's simple.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Does he make an insight check on himself? Does he just make like a straight intelligence check? What's the line here?
Well, it's... I wouldn't... that be more like a wisdom check? Because it's like you're piecing something together.
Insight is wisdom, though.
Right, I offered both.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just thinking like that's what jumps out to me.
Okay, so you think the insight?
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Okay. Knowing Goose the way we know him, eventually he will piece this together because that's how the mind works. It might not happen right now. So what do we think is a reasonable check? Like something like a 14 or something like an 18 or something like a 10?
I was going to guess 15 personally, especially since he's probably more focused on the sudden incoming Durgan.
Right.
Okay.
He's
might not be front of his mind.
All right. So Goose, make a insight check. DC 15. A failure means you have not pieced it together yet. Okay, well, who's surprised?
A very goose thing.
Yeah, very goose thing. So yeah, I mean, in this moment, you do honestly and earnestly believe, like, oh no, there's something wrong with this little turtle. Oh, there's so many things happening at once.
I feel like Goose, it's like he said, oh, you want to see again? He's like, oh, he's being kind, an act of kindness. He's seen the error of his ways.
Yeah.
And he literally thinks he, saw the turtle fall. Maybe he did get some dirt in his eyes.
So the reason I ask that is because in this same moment, you once again, time slows to a creeping halt, and whispering, quite literally, the devil on your shoulder, right? He who walks behind corn stalks. They remind you, you must sow chaos, create discord, bait him in, give the brewer to the Durgans. Yes. And it vanishes.
Lovely.
Is this like a save, or do I still have will? Because...
I mean, you already did it. You already said that. You said, come on out, we don't have to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do anything else.
I mean, Goose will try to yell at he walks behind corn stalks and just be like, I'm not gonna do that. They're my friends. Love wins in the end. Get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you hear that shit, Caitlin, but who cares, right? You're up.
Wow.
She's gonna have her bow and an arrow at the ready, but she's gonna keep an eye on the Durgan right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you're... Do you have 60 or do you have 120?
60.
Okay, you've lost sight of him too then. When you moved back. You knew he was maybe another 40, 50 feet out from the fence. But yeah, so you're just watching weapons out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is she holding an action or anything? She just...
I did not take it to mean that.
Okay.
No.
So let's see. I actually did not pull a Dragonborn mini. Well, the premium ones are good as always.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, he's got a dumb-looking face. That's fun. Yeah, we're gonna use dumb face.
For only $45 a month, you too can get a premium dragon.
Jeez.
Let's see if I wrote anything specifically. Oh,
Dan LA has vanished.
No. Obed Durgan, Jedediah's brother. Blah, 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 blah. Powerful opponent, nearing 100 years old at this time. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so, like I said before, he has wings, but he is also like a swamp gator and less of a dragonborn in the strictest sense.
Gotcha.
And by that I mean finely polished, and clean, and reasonable looking. He's wizened but feral, right? So he's not like a mindless beast, but he definitely looks like a dangerous old beast. As he kind of walks up to the fence and then just doesn't quite he checks it. He doesn't break it because it's well made and everything, but he forces his way through as opposed to being subtle about it, and stands just at the edge and then just rips this nasty snarl out and yells to the lot of you Ornango, give me what I want. And Nico, you're still with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can make an insight if you want, but Ornango just
Goes into a shell a little.
yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah. You don't know. You haven't seen defenses here. You've seen one pitiful fence. It's well made, but it's not big. This place still got good supplies, but is in shambles, and he's got 3 tiny little turtles running around, and currently one of them is blind or something. You're not 100% sure. How has this guy not been taken already then? What is going on here? There's something weird going on here.
Yeah. I mean, Nico, he kind of has some ulterior motives, I would say.
Mhm.
He kind of looks. Well, I don't know if it's my turn to act here. If you just give me an insight check here. But.
Yeah, we'll hold that for 1 sec. I apologize.
Okay.
So Obed has
Yep.
moved in. His weapon is out. It's drawn. It's ready. But he's bellowing out like, "Give me what I want." Drib.
All right. Drib is gonna start this off by let's see about how far. Where's the there? About how far? Ooh, he's a ways away. So I could get to like here is probably the farthest. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
technically,
move.
he should be a lot further back as well, but I
Yeah.
can't represent it on the map.
I mean,
so
either
he's
way, I'm
another-
gonna use
he's
my
another
move to
25
kind of
feet back.
get. Oh, actually, dang it! I don't like this situation. I can move 30 feet. I'll move, yeah, right here to get a little closer.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Cure Light Moons on myself.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do an D8 plus 4. 8. Hey, that's something. More than doubled my health. And cast Shillelagh and just try and be at the ready. Drib does not have dark vision.
Mhm.
So I cannot see this guy almost certainly.
You could hear him though, definitely.
I can totes hear him. I also definitely want to keep an eye on the blind child and maybe sort of like kind of see if I can't beckon him over to me a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, he's, like I said, he's on his back. All of his limbs are just kind of waggling around.
Oh,
He's upset.
shit.
He's crying. He's
Alright.
sad. The two kids are still, like, screeching, but, like,
Lovely.
not as insistently. They're, like, somewhere, but, like, they're both terrified. They're both afraid. But they don't know what thing's scaring them more yet.
Lovely. This is great.
All right, Puvu.
So I think Pooh wants to get. He sees that there's something else demanding his attention besides one, the hole, besides two, the screaming turtle child, and also now there's something else. So he wants to get closer to this other thing that everybody else seems to think is more important than those other things. I think how far? And let's see. I don't think I can get. I want to get up on the perch, so I can see, but I'm not necessarily, right down at that level. I want a little bit of a vantage point. So can I get up on the porch more?
You'd have to make an athletics. It would be a double move. The other thing I'll say, and Riley, if you haven't marked inspiration, go ahead and do that because that was for your devil's bargain. Dan, I will offer Puvu the same. You have not had an experience with He Who Walks Behind Corn Stalks, but as you, I would say, like, you start to take the step this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you swear you hear something whisper from down in the pit, and I don't know what would attract you more, if it was come find me, come help me, come save me, you can't get me. Like, what would be like if it was like kind of a childlike whisper to taunt or entice you?
Fortnite sucks.
Oh my god.
I think maybe it's something like, hey, I can help.
Like what?
Hey, I can help.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know because he's kind of in crisis alert now. He's seeing all these things different happening, and he's not sure what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of is looking for somebody to help him.
Yeah.
And he hears that.
Yeah, absolutely. So down in the pit, something is enticing him.
Okay. Well, since I made my own bed here, I am going to. Character would want to take a look and see what that is.
Are you gonna kill a small child, Dave?
I mean, the question's vague. I wouldn't not kill a child.
You just blinded one, so.
Did I blind him?
Yes.
Well, we'll let the viewers decide, won't we?
So yes, he is enticed by the voice
No.
that he hears.
So go ahead and take inspiration as you begin skillfully and deftly climbing down into the pit.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. For now, there is no check.
Sheesh.
All right. It's time.
Yeah, so- Nico is kind of going to talk to Ornango a little bit here. Say like, you've got kids here. You've got no way of defending yourself. We're here, but who knows how many of them there are? What are they after?
Yeah. He will give you an answer because you have presented yourself in such a way that he's inclined to work with you. But can you make me an intimidate check?
Yeah. I have no points in that.
Okay. Yeah.
About 10.
So I think it's more... You can obviously stop me because it's your character, but I think it's more of like a quick bark than it is like... You're not focusing on the like, we can't help you. There could be hundreds, right? Like, it's more just like, answer me now. It's quick, right?
Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
what are they after?
Yeah. And he goes, the drink, they use it for the children. Thank you, Chaotic Grandpa.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate the follow.
Grandpa.
Classic
Yeah.
Chaotic Grandpa. Pour one out for a real one, am I right?
Yeah. But not from that still. That's,
yeah, but not from that still. And you're still missing the piece, but right, like he's they use it, the kid thing again, you don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, then I feel like I spend all my combats just making beer, but...
not a D&D 6th edition, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Roll for beer check.
Oh gosh.
Am
You
I
do have
getting
those
drunk?
tools.
Um,
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
They're in the fridge! Ah!
Where are the Cheetos?
and who doesn't have dark vision? Are they firing magic missile into the darkness?
I attack the
Oh.
darkness. I don't have magic missile. God, I wish I did.
All right.
I don't think I have dark vision either.
Good thing
So
you're cloaked in green.
I think I just kind of say, we need to give them what they want. Teach me and I'll help you.
It's not that easy. I need time. And he's still like, right.
Well, what'll buy them the time?
A magic
How much
missile
time
to
do you
the
need?
face.
I gotta... Yeah. Get on in the hole.
Oh, great. So, 10 hours later, he's reached it. Let's see, how many, because he has to get over here, and so that's...
So, yeah, I'll kind of just, as like maybe a final, like, just shout to everybody, like, don't have to fight him, but keep him busy. We're gonna get him what they
tell
need.
him about Paylor!
I mean, oh boy, I really could. That would get us together.
Use the pamphlets, Goose!
Okay, so moved to his proper speed currently. Oops,
Oh
I
no.
don't know.
He
that
has
this
to
will
move
work.
70 feet to the hole at the most direct route.
Well, he was asking Nico to help out with the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He saunters over a mighty 5 feet
Oh, God.
and uses both of his opposable action hands to begin action brewing.
Oh,
Action brew now.
Yeah, he like turns a little knob and he
God.
uses the little sparker thing, right? And lights a little fire. You have no idea where the gas is coming from, but it fucking works, right?
it's magic. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit. Yeah. And he, Nico, obviously you didn't say it at the time, but you can be like, I'm moving that direction, right? Or are you deliberately waiting?
To the hole, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it helps him move any faster, I'm gonna have Brindlethunk cast
yeah.
buoyancy on him. So he can move 10 feet in the air.
Oh. So
Oh my
he's like,
God.
his hinders going behind, right? And he's like just trying. He's like, "What is this?"
So
good
to help you just get around a little bit faster.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, you see a delicate and precise hand, steady, right, moving as he's changing, and he seems to, like, again, good equipment, a lot of skill, just rarely utilized to its full extent.
Mm.
All right, Goose,
Oh boy.
you're up.
Alright. Goose is just gonna shout out to Obadiah. What is it that you want? We don't want to fight.
He knows what I want. I'm here for the brew. Too long, Tinkle Paws. Keep our kind.
Wait.
What do you mean they keep your kind? Can't we all just share the brew?
He spits, and it burns the wood away, right? Like, because he's standing next to the fence right now. He's like, "I know they took a scale from Silas."
Oh, that's what the brew is.
A scale? Can he? Does he have more scales?
Oh, Silas, don't take kindly to lifting a scale.
Well,
Now, bigger one than you said, "Shut up and wait, or an angle gonna give me what I want."
why do you want a scale?
Do you want to make any other action? Do you want to move anywhere?
I mean, no, I mean maybe closer or something, but
Okay.
Oh no, Goose. Don't die.
All right, Caitlin.
again.
This is our third combat between long rests. Damn.
You doing anything in particular?
She's just kind of still standing there watching him. She has the bow and everything pointed at the ground right now, and she just looks at him and says, "Have you tried saying please?"
I mean, I think that gets an
Oh,
honest
shit.
chuckle out of him.
Oh shit, I haven't. He
He's
says please. And then he gets
Oh.
the scale.
And he's just got, like, the gut is just wiggling, but nothing else, right? And just this barky little noise is coming out of his mouth. He's like, "Round here, Durgans don't gotta say please."
I don't know. I always think it's good for proper manners.
Right? And he yells out once again, "Ornango, you better be working in there!" Do you want to do anything else, Squid?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is the token you should have used.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no. Oh,
Facts, though.
oh, that is a gigantic link. God dang it.
I'm willing to let it ride for now. No one has pissed Obed off. He seems to be getting what he wants as far as he can tell. So he's gonna table his initiative this turn. Drib.
Alright, so Drib's main goal, they seem to have that. The most important thing to Drib now is this child's safety.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to be pinging this guy over here.
Yeah.
So he probably moves, and it's would I have to move to his space or to the space next to him?
Yeah, you can just move to the space next to him.
I'll move to the space next to him, and probably like in like a strangely like calm voice, he says something along the lines of like, "Come, child, you'll be safe with me." Like,
Can I can I devil's bargain you here?
it depends on what the devil's bargain is, because the devil's already being bargained.
Yeah.
It's already getting weird.
You can definitely say it, but it's a Swamp Witch's voice.
Oh yeah. That's not even the devil's bargain. That's what was going to happen anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is already him delving into his traumatic past.
Yeah. No. Like.
It's her being as sweet as she can.
Right. Because like.
Back when she was luring him into her gingerbread House of Madness and Evil.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
Something
On him.
Something we don't play up very often is Drib really shouldn't have a vocabulary of his own. He's got a bunch of different words that he's melded together. And at this point, I think he's old enough that he has found a little bit of his own voice. But, like, the curse of your species is the inability to really have abstract thought and creativity on your own.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Right, like, you don't have a life of warmth and comfort and safety, right? Like, the only time someone said comforting words to you were before they tricked you.
Blatant lies that led to torturous hell for however many years.
Right, and I want a flash of that as you say these words, right?
Yeah.
Like do we see, like, freshly hatched Drib?
I believe Drib, I mathed it out once because his species just, like, they do not live a long time at all. So I believe he wasn't freshly hatched. He probably had a family, but may have been 4 or 5.
Right.
And for whatever... he's 32, so I believe he was 7.
Okay.
And has been with her... was with her for at least 20 some odd years and has only been adventuring for a couple on his own.
Because I'll tell you, in my head, just, like, I see a nest... And I see all of your brothers and sisters, and they're like in one corner of the nest, like not looking at you, having fun. And Drib's sad, and this evil little swamp witch like climbs her way up and is like, "I'll play with you."
Yeah,
and then whoosh, gone.
That's kind of exactly what happened.
Oh,
or I'll assume he's 5, and it was 25 years of hell with Swamp Witch, 2 years adventuring.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so he was young.
Up.
Yeah, no, Drib's life is hell, and. He doesn't have time to peruse every word he has and pick a nicer voice, so he has to delve into this awful nightmare back when things could have been okay, but that isn't what happened.
Yeah, okay. On the plus side, totally works. Completely fine.
Yeah.
He's like, he stops crying long, and he's like, okay, and he just reaches all of his sad little turtle arms and limbs
and then
you.
Am I able to, like, pick him up? Is he light enough, or do I just have to kind of...
Oh, no, they're tiny. Yeah. They're tiny.
Okay, so I pick him up, and then I moved 5 feet already, so I have another 25 remaining. I'm able to get up on the porch with him.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
just beyond here, but he's up. I'm carrying him towards his brothers and father.
Right.
In that awkward low point of having to use genuinely words filled with malice, hidden behind their kindness.
All right. Puvu, do you want to go ahead and make your roll?
I would like to. Can I cast guidance?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Reach out to the prayers, your familiar words come to you, as they so often do.
It's best to do this. I think I should
be a
roll.
D4.
Yeah. Okay. I'll add the D4 on. Have me do my. Or do you want me to do the roll first? Do the D4 first.
Are you using the advantage?
What check is this?
This is the athletics to get down there smoothly and not just.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, yeah. Let me see.
What other check were you thinking?
No, I wasn't understanding. I misunderstood. Okay. I will. What is she here? Athletics is the worst. I think I'll do. Yeah, I'll use the advantage.
Okay.
I don't have any hit points left, so I'll use that advantage. And she went away. And
wow, goddamn!
Let me roll the D4.
Good thing you had advantage. Jesus. Oh my God. Well, Puvu's dead at the bottom of the pit. Anyway, next character.
So D4 gets me.
Okay.
10.
So you get a 10. So you get like the simplest possible success you could do, right? Like it takes you the next 2 rounds of like slow controlled falls, slipping. You're covered in mud. You're absolutely disgusted. Despite everything, you're exhausted. The pit goes down maybe 50-55 feet. But boy, it's just everything. Every muscle in your body is like that burn ache, and you are not looking forward to having to get out. But what's fantastic is at the very bottom of it is like 3 or 4 inches of like very ooky slime, and living on the top of it is this like photoluminescent bright green moss. And when you get into the water, right, because I mean, like, otherwise you're like clinging to the edge and slowly sliding, it all moves towards you.
Well, Puvu was a fun character.
So, can I make a check to probably Arcana to see what this is?
You can roll.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you do a 20 here because you did just roll a 1.
Yeah, right. I think Dan knows what this is, but let's see who does. Nope, probably not.
It seems to be alive, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Danile, you and I might have missed each other a little bit. Oranango was beginning the brewing process. He was asking you to go to the pit.
Okay, yeah, I got that, but I wasn't sure if you meant that I was waiting till my next turn to move to the pit or not.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that, like, if you wanted to stay up there, you totally can. But if you wanted to have begun moving, because we're not
my goal was to go to the
exactly.
pit.
Yeah, we're not exactly in combat yet. We're somewhere between, like, it could happen at any moment. We might never get there, and we just need to be organized about what people are doing.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a speed of 30. I could double
How
move.
do you do like the weird mark in the middle?
Click the right click as you hold down the.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh Lord, that is the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, if I was able to on my last turn, I would definitely have been moving toward the pit. So
yeah, I mean, I would say you probably were fine to take 30-foot movement there after your conversation. So right now you could, with one move action, be to the pit.
Okay, so standard, just using one move action this turn would get me to the pit, and then, yeah, he's basically asking me to collect whatever's in there, right?
Yes, that would seem to be the case. You have not gotten all of the pieces together, but he sent the kid there, and now he's asking you to go too, and he's begun the firing process or whatever's happening here.
Okay. Yeah, I would just... I want to do a nature check to see if I understand what's down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you move to the pit.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your nature. I don't think a 15 is going to give it to you. I think, What does Puvu understand about what's down there and what's going on that he could potentially communicate to Nico?
There's some sort of magic grass and water.
Word.
Yeah. What you do is you take the magic grass, and after you got them together, you have some fun.
You are like 7 years old.
Why
and apparently he drinks and enjoys magic grass, so...
That's how I get the deep voice all of a sudden. Just...
Oh shit, Puvu doesn't have one of our magical bags.
That would have saved 2 rounds, wouldn't it?
Wait, you could drop yours down to him?
Well, where do I get it back up, though? Either way, he's going to have to throw something up to me. I don't have 2 bags.
He drops it, and I have a bag, and I'm right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's do that. Good idea, good thinking. I'll drop the bag down to Puvu, say, there's an empty bottle in here. Scoop some of whatever the hell that is into it and put it back in the bag. And then kind of shouts back to
Drib.
Drib, yeah. Sorry, I always want to call you Goose.
That's fine.
I mean, he is a bird.
It happens all
He's
the
a
time.
bird.
Yeah. That's what gets me every time between your 2 characters. Yeah, shout back to him kind of what the plan is, and when he sees that vial glow green, bring it to Oranango.
Okay. As long as I can save the
If
kid.
all of those things work.
Hmm.
It's kind of moving. It's moving at me.
Well, move it into the jar.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's absolutely correct. As Oranon goes like, for quickly, the time approaches.
So
And,
if water's moving... Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I was going to make you angry. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course you were. And he seems to like pressure cooker this thing, right? As he like slams this lid on it and then like bolts it on two sides real quick, and then it has just this like glass vial that he inserts, and he like, what's that weird musical like whistle thing that just like boop, right?
Oh, it's a slide
Slide
whistle.
whistle.
Yeah,
Slide
he like
whistle.
he like draws that out, and it creates just this little air bubble that he's going to use to apparently like shoot whatever you get out of the pit into the mixture.
Interesting.
And he just like slowly looks at you, Drib, who seems to be the one who's going to get it for him.
Mm-hmm. Fun.
Goose.
I mean, Goose is literally just saying the same thing, trying to have a dialogue with this.
Yeah, you ended with a
We're
question,
close.
but it had been 6 seconds worth of conversation, so I didn't answer.
I think he asked something like, "What does the scale do?"
It's like, well, that there's secret Clandurgan. You just never mind.
Well, I mean, maybe we can help you or come to an agreement, but I need information.
You smell like Tinklepaw.
I mean, they're great people, and I feel like you guys would be great people too.
He stomps forward very quickly and very angrily.
Drib.
Soon.
They're
Sure,
also
Drip.
gnomes just like me. Were you guys once gnomes?
Oh, that is a good... where are they? Oh, no, he's about to murder.
He's glaring at you, Goose. Anything else? You pass your turn?
Am I like as tall as his ankle?
Yeah, he's 12 feet tall.
Oh man, you're a really tall guy. That's very impressive. I have a pamphlet for you if you want it. Goose is digging through his thing and just that
Alright.
pamphlet.
Alright, Caitlin.
Could this man reach a pamphlet held by Goose without just crouching down?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, like it stretches. They just meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Kaylin raises her bow. And I was like, that's close enough. You can wait.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much moved within sword reach of Goose. But,
Oh.
right, he side-eyes you, and he coughs, laughs once, and you can see, like, acrid smoke kind of billowing out of his nostrils. And he's like, go ahead, try it!
She's still gonna hold for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
While he has been infuriated, he is not quite at attack phase yet. So if you were watching, the hands of a clock, right, we'd be at about 11 right now, but not quite 12.
Boy.
Drib?
So I'm going to move over to... I was going to move to one square down, but whatever this is on a layer above where my token is. Like this thing just down here.
Oh.
So I can't move on top of it. But I'm going to move as close, basically within reach of handing something to Obed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or Anango, sorry. And ready an action to get when glowing green something appears in my pouch, to hand it to him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of call. But before my turn, before I'm over it, I call over to this area. The mixture is almost complete, in a much more evil version of the voice that was so kind to these children like 2 seconds ago.
Right, yeah, you cradling the sweet little turtle, but then you bark out like the shrill screeching of a mad scientist.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Puvu.
Back in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but I have that action readied, so it happens ASAP.
Do you do the thing?
So I think he yells. he yells out, "It's moving toward me. It's water. I guess it means it's waving."
Oh my god!
That was fucked up.
And so yeah, he's trying to get the water in the vial, and he's trying to also get himself in the vial because he's freaked out. But
Oh my god!
and himself in the bag rather to get him. There's a lot he can't.
I don't think that's how it works.
He's not small enough, obviously, but he wants that. That's what he's thinking. He's like, if I can get myself some in there somehow, that should work. But he does the thing.
He does it?
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Okay. What types of checks does Bless influence?
Guidance me?
Guidance, sorry.
Let me take a look. I will link it and check.
Because this is going to matter. If it's only ability or if it's... or ability meaning skill or saving throw.
Oh no.
I think resistance is saving throw. I think.
Alright. Sorry.
Ability check.
Yeah. Okay. So you scoop it, right? That's what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. You scoop it. You plunge the vial in through the water, which it seems to, and then you feel like this weird rubbery resistance as you go down. And then I don't know if you like turn and hook it and try and pry it back up, or you try and cork it. I don't know how you or thumb, right? Like in some capacity you stop or right section off some piece of this stuff thing.
Yeah.
And now you need to make a con saving throw. DC 16.
Wait, what was that?
I think he said it's a DC 16 con saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no. You used your inspiration.
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh no.
Use it on the check, stupid head.
I mean, the alternative was you fall and maybe die.
Wow.
So you feel it biting against you as you're either like stoppering it or like plunging it up onto the surface, and you like lift some of it with you, right? And it's on your hand, and as you're like essentially putting a glass vial through the center of its mass, it's burning away at your arm and steaming and smoking and wiggling and vibrating, and it's not a good feeling or a healthy feeling or a feeling you ever tend on repeating, right? As you like forced some manner of this stuff away from the rest of its stuff and put it in the vial and plunge it into the bag, presumably.
Yeah. And I'm probably screaming the whole time and saying, "Watch out! It burns! Watch out! It burns!"
Right.
So kind of
Great.
warns other people.
And you are at only one level of exhaustion currently, as the fumes immediately go to your head. Your vision blurs and tunnels as you can barely stand up straight. You have a disadvantage on ability checks, and you just all but pass out. Like a crit fail there might have taken you out. As your head is just absolutely swimming into a pinpoint of light, and the whole world is just this bright, angry, vibrating green.
Oh god.
But you do get it into the bag.
And
as a ready to action, Drib, you pass it.
Yes, I'm assuming Oranango was like holding out a hand or something.
Right.
And I move and as quickly as I can, probably snag from the pouch on my belt, hand it to him. Turtle child in one arm, murder goo in the other, yelling with the voice of a swamp witch. Just a normal Friday night.
Yeah.
They're Thursday night technically, but
yeah, you pull it out instantaneously, hand it off to him. He did not have a ready to action for it, but he is taking it. His turn is in this same 6 seconds. Nico, you can do a thing. I don't know. You got 6 seconds. What do you do with your moment?
Am I seeing? I'm probably seeing Puvu get kind of messed up down there, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You see him stopper it, and like, I mean, if you'll permit me some narrative control, I think we see Drib's feathery tail and claw reach through the bag from over there into down here, and you see it come out, right? Like, through the magic of cinema.
Yeah, it doesn't even quite make it into the bag.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Enough. I saw like a green tint in the bag close enough.
So as part of it, like I'll use my bonus action to have Brundlefunk do his last alchemical salve of the day to give Puvu buoyancy as well, so that he can, instead of having to climb his way out, fly his way out.
Oh, nice. So Brundlefunk like throws a potion, drops it, scuttles down, and slaps him.
Yeah, it's a salve. Yeah, it's a salve. So he probably goes down, and he just doesn't have much social etiquette. So he walks down and just gives him lifts up his chin, gives him a nice little smack on the face, and now he can fly.
Yeah, you eat this. Okay, cool. And then he dangles on to fly up with him, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Shows him the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess for the rest of my action, I'll kind of hang out here, ready as they get high enough that I can reach to pull them to safety.
Yeah. We
sooner.
see you. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have a rope or something you can? I don't know. If you can fly.
Well, he's already weak. Like, I don't know. I don't think climbing is going to do him any good.
True. I mean, if he can fly, it's not like a rope would do much anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Oronango goes to make his check, and through once again the power of cinema magic as well as the communal game we're all playing here. Time stops. Right. We reach out across everyone as you turn. You look. You're saying. You're doing. And you feel as Oronango, puts the vial into the little slide whistle thing, right? And goes to jam it in there, right? We snap past this reality in some other one, into this string theory-like universe where we see everything is all one and connected, right? And we see the essence of each character kind of lingering and flowing through the world. And more or less there'd be a prompt. It's like, what, if anything, do you give to this concoction, to this serum, to this elixir, perhaps, right? And certainly nothing is an option, right? Like, if you feel that you do not care whether this succeeds or not, you can just check a little box, like, good, it'll get there on its own, right? Or if, like, in your soul, you feel like this needs to succeed, this needs to happen, and you are willing it to do so.
Is this everyone, or so? And anyone mind if I take the lead here?
I have a question before.
Yeah.
So this is going. We are giving this to, Ornango.
I'm sorry.
Or we are giving this elixir to the Durgans.
So to peer behind the veil slightly, what he is about to do, if you didn't notice, this stuff is extremely reactive. He's about to insert it and kill it in making this concoction, and it is so explosive and so abhorrent to both nature and creation that it's going to reach out in every direction and sap you all for strength. So you are deciding how susceptible or how willing you are to that in this moment, because it happens not exactly on this plane.
Even though I'm in the hole.
Yep.
50 feet.
Yep.
50 feet down.
Yep.
Oh, wow. All right. You can go ahead, Tristan. Sorry.
All right. So as horrible as this is likely to end Drib, I don't know what's gonna happen, but this seems important. Whatever it is, whether or not this guy's making it to give to this Durgan, or if he's doing something different and is gonna save our hides or something. I don't know, but Drib's had plenty of alchemical experience with like herbalism and all that nonsense, and has been present for far too many an evil concoction being brewed. So he is Like at this point, his two concerns are safety of child and brewing this.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully not enough to kill him, but definitely he's throwing himself into making this succeed. Like he's the amount of bad shit he's helped craft. Maybe this can be something better.
Okay.
Like to make up for it in a sense.
If you had to give yourself some sort of numeric value for how much you throw yourself into it.
Is this the numeric value in like hit point or exhaustion? Or
that one I can't give you. There's a certain point I have to retain the mystery.
Is there a scale? Like, is it 1? Is it 1 billion?
Sure. So
like,
I would say the scale currently is somewhere between 0 and 4. I apologize.
0 and 4.
Correct.
This is gonna be heady regretty. But 3.
Okay. All right.
As long as he doesn't instantly die from it.
Sure. So yeah, when we're watching this little cutscene, right, and we can like thumb through each character, right, and the camera moves and pans, and we see like right in this weird bullet time motion, right? We tick tick tick, right, and we up Drib's contribution to this, and then we confirm, and we hear this like right noise. Do we cycle to anyone else, or is everyone else submitting 0?
Nico is willing to all but die for the success of this. Like, he's putting in every amount because he needs... Every part of him needs this to happen. He needs the Durgans to get this. He needs chaos and conflict. He who walks behind cornstalks kind of dangled the sweetest fruit in front of him of knowledge, and he's like, there's nothing else that matters.
I'm gonna give you a little secret. While it won't kill you, there is a secret number, which is 5.
Okay.
Oh.
So do you do it?
I'm cranking it up to 5.
Okay.
Oh God.
Right, yeah, you go to 4, right, and then it like you go to submit, and it's like, do you want to add one more? Okay.
Well,
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Oh God.
So, Caitlin doesn't really want to be involved in this whole situation, but she figures the success will at least end the conflict, and they can go about on their own business. So she's gonna put a 1 in it.
Okay. Sure.
Good Lord.
Anyone else? It is okay if you don't. You're certainly not forced to.
No, Boo doesn't know anything about what's going on with any of these factions at all. He's
Yeah,
like,
and that's fine. Like narratively, like we're watching the show and we're playing the game and we're playing the metagame, right? So like in universe, Puvu, nothing, right? Like it doesn't reach him, right? Like you said, he's 50 feet down underground. He's still burning from even touching the shit. He's a child. He just right, doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter now.
Goose.
I mean, it feels like this thing wants to, take something away? You're giving something to it?
I'm playing both sides of the coin here. I am asking you how much you're willing to go in on this thing, but I will tell you, as far as the game is concerned, this weird entity, as it explodes and burns up and dies and becomes infused into this weird alchemical concoction, reaches out in every direction and saps you of life force, desperate to try and keep itself alive for a moment longer.
Oh, man. It's rough because it's like, I know Goose doesn't want anything bad to happen and wants everyone to just get along. But I don't think he had any idea what they were doing around the house. So if something needs his help, he wants to help.
So if you had to ascribe his help to a number, somewhere between 1 and the secret number 5.
If I'd known there was a secret 5, I may have gone 4.
Well, I mean, that was the point.
Yeah.
Nico opened it up by like, I'll pretty much kill myself for this.
He'll give it 2.
Okay.
If Drib's dead, he can't protect the child.
Yeah.
As long as he has an arm to wield a shillelagh.
Okay. Yeah. We see Oronango, right? His prompt is the final one, and he goes 3 as well. And right, so in an instant, like he slams a little slide whistle in there, which it would obviously be something more high tech, but I like the boop. I think it's funny. And it gets plunged into the pressure cooker, right? This like conical shape that's like bubbling and broiling and everything. And obviously he's adding it to a brew that had long since been made, right? He's finishing it off, he's polishing it, he's perfecting it, right? And yeah, the whole still explodes, same as the last one, in this incredible explosion. And then we see through that second filter, right? Tendrils, right? Very reminiscent of like the Aether, I think it was, from Thor Dark World, right? Reaches out across multiple different actions, striking each party member and Oranango, like right in the solar plexus, and seemingly to drain them. As when we snap back into reality, we don't see a many-tendrilled beast emanating from a burning still. We instead see everyone charred, blackened, burned, smoking in some appropriate level to how much they gave. So certainly Oranango and Drib are not looking well, but Nico, I mean, do you just have like burn marks across your fur? Are you bald now? Like
all his fur is gone.
Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate. He's now a Manx cat.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Right, and in the charred remains of the still, right, is just this like half broken glass ceramic interior, right, with just this like constantly churning, mostly clear but slightly tinged green fluid. And while it is not his turn, I'm gonna say whatever your number was, that's the levels of exhaustion you currently have.
Yep.
So,
Wow, is 5 a level?
Yes, yeah, because 6 is death.
Okay.
I don't believe you can move anymore, Nico.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, Obed.
I was expecting to be pretty much unconscious after this.
Yeah, I mean,
I
mercifully,
believe
you
you.
could pass into unconsciousness, or you can linger if you would like.
You cut out there, what'd you say?
Yeah.
You can elect to be unconscious, or you can be struggling through.
All right. So a couple things as far as levels go.
Yeah.
1 is disadvantage on ability checks. 2, and these all add on. 2 is speed halved. 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 is hit point maximum halved. 5, speed reduced to 0. 6 is death. So I believe, so Nico cannot move and has all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Drib and Turtleman can't do anything and are extra. Oh god, can he move anymore?
No,
His speed is halved.
Yeah, he's slumped mostly
God.
forwards, charred. Where he was orange, he is burned black with his skin,
God.
Cracked and bleeding.
Yeah. Goose has. Okay. Goose and Kalen both have disadvantage on ability checks. Goose's speed is also halved.
Yeah, and technically, Puvu has 1 as well, just not from.
Yes,
it,
but that was
has from interacting with it, which was supposed to slightly foreshadow the danger.
Yeah, I took a wild guess. Just someone picks a 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why it wasn't an option. Although you could accidentally kill yourself.
Yeah,
but it was not. Yeah. The Obed, the lizard folk swamp man, stomps in. He says, "That's good. Exactly what we leave you around here for." And he like looks around to find something to like contain the liquid in.
How much liquid is there?
There's a pretty good portion. There's a good. I'm not going to commit myself to a size off the cusp, but probably several gallons.
All right.
And he's like, yeah. And he just like, there's got to be something nearby, some sort of like wooden keg, right? And he like pops the top of it, grabs a chunk of it, pours most of it into the thing, and then like restoppers it. And he looks around and says, "Guess some of you are useful. Come on down to Clan Durgan, I'll tell him." And he just starts walking away.
Is there any left in the still? Any of the
High or
green
low?
liquid at all? High. How good things happen.
Oh,
Fudge.
he tosses it, and it cracks and lets go the last little bit onto the ground.
Dang it. Should have picked low, or I should have picked high. Bad things happen. But I tried, guys.
I mean,
I'm
unless,
sorry.
you know, there's people in your party who are not unconscious, they want to attack him.
I mean, I'm not unconscious. I'm not attacking him, though.
Yeah, I don't want to
After that.
attack him.
I think we're all pretty well near dead and need a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need about 3 long rests.
Yeah, and he's just, like, talking to himself, chuckling, smiling, nodding, and he just walks back away.
Tell me about Twyla.
He stops and he turns and looks. What was that?
Twyla Durian.
What you know about Tyler?
Tyla?
I think it was Twyla, but yeah.
I mean, who knows what this guy says?
I don't know much about Twyla. That's why I'm asking you, sir.
Kitty.
Yeah, he gets real close to you. Says, you better watch what you say, boy.
Who is she? I've only heard good things about her.
That's exactly right. It's gonna stay that way.
Well, yeah. I mean, are we coming with you or what? I don't know. You seem pretty happy with this situation.
Don't be burning all that goodwill you just got.
The only thing burning is our flesh.
I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't understand this at all, but...
Twyla, she the one that set all this up. She the one who said there was a scale here. She was right. And he gets up and he starts walking away.
As he's parting, before he actually moves, Nico wants to try to. I know he's got disadvantage on everything; he can't go anywhere. But he just kind of coughs from the ground near the pit.
Yeah.
And makes the most noise he can. Just says, "Don't forget our sacrifice."
Yeah, he looks. He says, "My new brother." And he taps the keg. He's like, gonna be real strong thanks to y'all. Like I said, don't burn that goodwill. Come on down and see Clan Durgan. We'll
You're not
thank you.
You're not gonna hurt the Tinkle Paws, are you? You got what you wanted,
He
right?
starts cackling as he walks away. He's like,
Oh,
hurt
God.
him? No. I'm just gonna kill them all.
Don't kill him!
And he goes through the fence.
Oh. Yeah, come to think of it, we just powered up a super strong new Mega Durgan.
What are you
with,
talking about? It
15
only
levels
has
of
1,
exhaustion.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
14,
13,
I think.
14, yeah, extra.
Exhaustion,
To the
whatever
ritual?
that means. God. Alright. Are the children okay?
Yeah, it did not reach out to them.
Okay.
I mean, one of them's blind because Nico cursed it. Or not Nico, I apologize. Goose cursed it. But
I'm not that.
So I
Oh,
kind of,
yeah.
I'm probably not holding because I've likely collapsed. So I kind of, make sure the child is there and it's stay here a moment. I have to go drag my friend.
Stay a while and listen.
Mhm.
So I very slowly start moving to drag Nico away from the pit over the course of likely half an hour because I can move 15 feet.
Yeah. I'm fine with we cut, right? We see if somebody's yeah, I do this thing, I want to describe it, that's totally fine, but it's you guys are hurting in all kinds of different ways, and there's potentially some emotional weight that needs to be sorted through, or maybe everybody feels great about what they did. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
They're your
Goose is feeling
characters.
panicked and wants to go find Duncan as soon as possible.
Mhm.
We're dying, Goose.
They are literally dying.
You and Kaylin are the least dying among us, along with the child. But the child's also dying.
Yeah, I mean,
Nico is.
does anyone go alone,
almost
or are you guys
dead.
all? Yeah, we need to.
I think Goose would think that they got this. Goose has got to find Duncan. He feels like Twyla betrayed him.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, totally. She probably was running the whole gambit of manipulating the shit. It's not Romeo and Juliet. It's agent, double agent, whatever.
You cut out there, but I think you said honeypot.
No, oh, that's way better. Oh, I didn't even think of that. No, that's exactly that. It's that.
Yeah, well, you could have also said, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh no, I said Romeo and Juliet's a sleeper agent or double agent or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I attempt to move Nico Veas off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Off over here.
So yeah, the group gets kind of together, right?
So for
Puvu is a religious child rising. Yeah, this pit.
Yeah, he's like, you fools, I'll kill you all.
Oh boy. Drib also, since it does note that at least some food must be eaten to lower exhaustion, I'm gonna cast Good Berry and pass out some good berries so people can have something in their stomachs to recover from this, even if it's not much.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to probably try to get as much rest as possible, so I think
yeah.
We'll
but it could shave a day or two off.
That's true.
Yeah.
Would restoration, like that? Nobody has any conditions that besides exhaustion.
Yeah, I think the
So
only
that
cure
wouldn't
for
hurt.
exhaustion is actual rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what it's
fine
saying.
with saying like it's a day, it's 2 days, but I
I
also
don't-
need to know if Goose is okay with that because it
No.
sounds like he has emergency.
Yeah, no, because there was fighting going on. I think Goose would just run off.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That works out pretty well. I mean, we're getting real close to our 2-hour mark. So I mean, do we split the party? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think
Galen
what
is gonna follow
happens.
Goose because he's her best hope of getting out.
You're no fun,
Yeah,
Squid.
He's
So-
gonna make sure.
I think Goose leaves like 2 healing potions behind next to his friends, and he tries to like just sneak out.
Before you go, take these 2 good berries.
I mean, yeah, so Goose would kind of help everybody and kind of like get things situated and stuff. But then when everything is kind of calmed down, you know, he's gently setting down 2 healing potions for everybody and
How many healing
and-
potions do you have?
3.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
gonna
He said sound 2 total in there for share.
Yeah, when he said 2 for everybody,
No.
2 for
Yeah,
all of the
that's
people.
it.
I came with 20 healing potions of healing.
Well, we had the whole cart full. Who grabbed those anyway?
Oh yeah, what cart?
Yeah, the cart that vanished in the city and is probably exploded now. Also, the horses and Mr. Nobody, I think was the name of the mule, is gone.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know what was in
Mr.
that
Nice
cart,
Guy.
but it's all got Mr. Nice Guy. That's it. And yeah, because I know I didn't grab any healing potions.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
No.
so-
No. I completely understand. Yeah. So yeah,
man.
Goose. It's about an hour where you get everybody squared away. Everyone eats something, and you're like, and you run, right? Like you have to. You got to go help
Yeah.
Duncan.
Yep,
Important note, Goose, your speed is halved.
it's fine. We'll get there eventually.
It just take me twice as long.
Oh god.
Um,
What's your speed normally? Isn't
Uh,
it like 25 because you're a gnome?
Probably.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna stay with the group here. The one child is still crying. His 2 brothers or sisters, it doesn't really matter, are there next to him, right? Incapable of really fixing this situation, not armed with the tools they need. Oronango is, roughly speaking, half dead, burning. Another still is broken. His stuff has been taken. He's been bullied. He's just scraping it out, trying to survive. And he's just sitting there really not moving, not saying much. Is the group doing anything in particular, or do we just kind of like do one establishing shot of everyone being like, "Ugh"?
I think
Oh.
You first. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Drib wants at least 1 long rest.
I think Puvu is going to try to heal Ornango.
With what?
I'm trying to heal him with lesser restoration.
Okay, I don't think that heals exhaustion.
Toucher. Oh, my apologies. You're right. It does not.
I mean,
No,
you can
it's-
cast
that
it
would be-
anyway, right? Like that's fine, but
He doesn't
Might-
have a condition per se is affecting him, so
Right.
it wouldn't help. No, I'll do my character sheet. We're just going to restore as much HP as possible. I mean,
Yeah, you're healing your HP.
I'm healing his first.
Okay.
We're all planning to.
Yeah, he doesn't have damage in the HP form.
Oh.
He's half dead from exhaustion.
Oh, it's all exhaustion.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, if you want to be like, I bind his wounds, you know, that's fine, sure. Because I didn't say he's like smoking and damaged,
Right,
but
that's
it's
what I was thinking.
yeah, that's description more than HP because
Not
he's
mechanical. Okay.
yeah, he's just like he's not a player character, so he doesn't track it like that. But yeah, you tend to him, and I think that's great.
Yes.
So we get a nice shot of that. Are you magically doing it, or are you like physically like wrapping wounds and binding and salves and stuff?
I think actually physically doing that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, as we get a little more about how Puvu heals people.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything? Because Kaylin, you said you went with Goose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drib's probably will trying to rest, also watching over the children, especially the one who's blind.
Yeah.
Since he, as much as he'd love to follow Goose, he cannot right now.
Right.
Like that's beyond his physical capabilities. Yeah. So yeah, watching that and just trying to get some rest in because 3 levels of exhaustion is it's beefy.
Yeah, it's not shit. Okay.
Yeah, Nico more or less just passes out, but as he does, just whispers his fiance's or former fiance's name, Anara, and just is out completely for who knows, 5 days, 6 days, whatever.
I mean, technically. Oh shoot!
No,
yeah, no, you
It's
are
intense.
because it's finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion level by 1, provided that the creature has also ingested some food and drink.
Yeah.
Everyone's had at least a good barrier too, so some food, so we can get 1 level each.
We
probably.
know Nico snuck a shot of something like.
Yeah.
In his
Come on.
final moments, just like, welp, saving this.
Okay. So we pan away from that, right? And we see, like some hour later, right? The party of 2, both Goose and Kaylin, stumble across the battlefield, not terribly far from the Tinklepaw like series of buildings and such, right? Like the actual domiciles within Whiskey Hollow. And there's not a ton of members on either side, right? They're 2 pretty small clans. There's more Tinklepaws than there are Durgans. There's about 12 to 15 Tinklepaws. There's like 5 or 6 Durgans right now. But pretty much everybody was brought to bear all at once. And I got to roll because I don't know who died. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I hope the big Knoll dude's still alive, because without him, Tinklepaws are out.
Riley or Squid, who wants to roll the d6?
I'll let Riley do it.
That's mean, Squid.
Bad.
Oh no!
No, give me that look.
What's that face?
So, Goose, in what is probably our ending shot for the night, there is a man dead, both of mortal wounds and broken heart, as all of the Tinklepaws are standing there howling as you kind of come into the scene, right? And it's done in such a way that we can hear the like ethereal echoes, but not like at full volume, right? And the saturation has been turned way up, even though things are still like dark and bleak, shot with a really crummy old camera that's like leaking light and setting up this vignette, right? And like beautiful, but deeply inbred and southern. Our boy Duncan, with a gut mile wide, right? Tongue waggling out, has fallen, and he is dead.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Squid, why did you make him roll that?
Duncan Tinklepaw, current head of the clan, no longer. He still takes cues from his father, and no one knows he was in love with Twyla Durgan.
I mean, that love doesn't matter all that much anymore since she. Oof.
Oof.
Let's. All right, everyone. Press F to pay respects.
Can we get an F in chat
Jeez.
for our boy Duncan?
Uh,
Oh. You hate to see it. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. I did not honestly. I
So long, space
I was hoping it wasn't gonna happen, but I felt it in my heart.
right. Yeah. No.
I would have thought rolling a 1 would have been Duncan.
I think 1 is the
next guy.
clan chief,
Yeah. One would have been Ezekiel.
and
Who?
with
Oh,
his
okay.
death,
I thought
everyone's
Duncan was
doomed.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Like,
Forgot that
Oh.
Duncan was not the.
I'm actually tearing up. I'm
Yeah.
so sad.
It's
Oh.
rough.
Oh.
No. Right. Like. No father should ever bury his son, right? And just like creepy ass Ezekiel Tinklepaw, right? With just tiny, beady little old man eyes and mange and missing fur and everything is just sitting there, and he's just weeping, and he's just like, right? He doesn't even have teeth. He's just got dentures.
oh,
He's just like, that's my boy.
Right?
that's my son.
Oh man. Yeah, and
I think something breaks a goose this day.
Yeah, no, right? Like,
Oh my god.
He looks so horrible. And he's just horrified with tears running down his face. And then his face just turns to an anger. An anger that no one has ever seen on this happy little gnome's face.
Oh,
Would this be a good point to re-roll it insight for the blind that you passed on?
oh no.
oh, oh no. Does Goose
Yeah, what-
care anymore though? Like, yeah, he blinded a child, but does that matter anymore? What's one more lost in these horrors of war?
That's a good question.
Damn. Shit.
Ugh.
We're here to help. 2 hours later, your son is dead.
Okay, bye.
Shit. All right.
Oof.
Is that where we end it for tonight?
I don't
Yeah.
think we're getting anywhere.
No.
Oh fuck.
That's I think that's a pretty good ending scene there.
Yeah. Right. So like, it was shot in such a way that we're expecting like some modified version of like Duncan or the Tinklepaw, musical score is gonna play, and we're like expecting, like. In the same way that so many others have been cradled tonight, like Drib was cradling the turtle, and then like dragging Nico back and trying to get him safe and everything, right? Like the way that even Obed was like cradling the vat of booze, right? Like, and tapping it like, this is my boy, right? And we're like, oh, clearly we'll see this same, right? With like Goose cradling the dead face of Duncan, right? And like weeping. And instead the music cuts super short and we see the still face of Goose like turn to this rage and this anger, right? And we just do that like low rumble, right? Like a blood rushing across ears and like the earth shaking underneath, and we like do this tight close up on
And then black.
yeah, just right, hard break, credits, no music.
Yeah.
End of episode.
Oh, not the credits without music.
Credits without
Yeah.
music, baby. We
Credits
did it.
without
Well, that's
music.
what I was thinking. Like, it's almost the howls of the gnolls, like slowly fading, like into the
Ooh.
darkness here as it.
Until just black credits flash, utter silence.
Yeah.
The audience at home is just like looking at each other, stunned.
Right.
It's like the Red Wedding, but of gnolls.
This is worse. Yeah, this is worse than the Red Wedding.
Yeah,
I cared about Duncan.
there's people here I care about.
Oh shit. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for playing. Thanks for stopping in and taking this wild ride with me. We did not know who would die this night, but it was, in fact, Duncan.
I literally felt like it the second he went off to go fight. I'm like, he's gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
he gonna die. I loved him too much.
So I do have to ask, on that die, was it just Knowles, or were there Durgans on there as well? On that D6.
Because the Durgans knew something the Tinklepaws did not, it was only possible for
Gotcha.
the Tinklepaws to die. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
the Durgans had the advantage.
Yeah, but Ezekiel, Duncan, Odak, Deborah, yeah, we had the whole lot of them ready to drop.
And the one that hurts the most.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Duncan, Tinklepaw.
Duncan, the best of us. Tinklepaw.
Wishing I had got that green liquid to pour one out for a real one.
This is for you, crazy grandpa.
Pour one out.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, because like any other one of them, like it seems like there was a redeeming quality with Duncan around, but without him,
you were betraying him anyway. Who are you kidding?
Right, but like there was something where like Nico could have maybe come to some common ground with Duncan, but yeah, now he's just like, yep, he's all Clan Durgan.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh.
Can't even spell.
That's gonna lead to an interesting conflict when Goose wants to kill them all.
Kill the Durgans?
Yeah.
No, just everyone.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Behind Cornstalks is getting exactly what he wants.
Yeah. He's getting what he wants.
Fundamentally, like Nico's Clan Durgan because he needs the conflict to happen. But he also has a slight disliking for Knowles.
Ooh.
But knowing the gnome nature of them, there was a little bit more of like, okay, so they just chose to be a shitty thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
They were cursed to be in narrative.
That's fair, yeah. Like, he recognizes a little bit that they're gnomes, but like still can't get quite comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Being Knoll is a choice, right?
Not quite. What are you gonna do?
Hey.
Yeah, getting real. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Happy to have people stop in and ask questions and be active in chat. That was super cool, so hopefully you enjoyed something about it. It started as like a bit of a riff on Curse of Strahd, but we very quickly moved away from that, so now we're just fucking around in the Domain of Dread and with like some ties to Greyhawk, the dream being that someday we'll get back there. But yeah, we're on every other week, so on Thursday nights, so if you make it back to us, we'd be happy to have you. Thanks for chatting and hanging out.
Have a good night, anyone. Everyone.
Anyone and everyone.
Anyone and everyone. Have a good night, except, of course, for Duncan Tinklepaw, the late
My God.
great.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. I'm gonna wake up crying.
Absolutely.
Alternate title for this episode: The Life and Death of Duncan Tinklepaw.
Yeah, that's the danger of naming it beforehand, right? Like, was the episode about an elixir? Sure, in a small way. But what are we gonna remember 10 sessions later, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can almost like subtitle that Elixir of Death.
Ooh.
Jay Riley's cried on stream.
Yeah, well, I had to do it. But I mean, I'm also getting what I want because now Goose is gonna kill somebody, and that's just excellent for me.
This is gonna be. I'm scared. Like, this has been like Goose has been upset, like with the whole thing with Noelle, but this is a whole.
Yeah.
Like this is another level.
Everyone
completely.
he loves dies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. It's like real life.
Oh no!
All right, cool. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.